Yes, welcome to Movie the Podcast. That's right, Movie the Podcast. I just had a brain fart because I was like, I watched a ton of movies. It's on a list on my phone, which my son has. So I'm gonna have to wing it. Welcome to Movie the Podcast again. We're here. We are in week 4 of the new year, and we watched 88 minutes. We watched
Which
an
sadly,
hour and 28 minutes. We
which
watched
sadly is not 88 minutes because
William Forsythe and Al Pacino.
this movie, I think I'd have to go back obviously and look at the annals of film, but this had the slowest ticking clock.
I think you got to look at the annals of film for this one.
I don't know how space and time worked in this movie because like it feels like a century has passed, and they're literally like miles apart from different scenes. They're like 7 minutes have like transpired in like real time. It's like
the clock does, when they say 88 minutes, it is 88 minutes until that expires.
Really?
Right, but there's like
that that is correct in the time of the movie, but
there's some sort of interstellar time dilation.
I've been to Seattle once, and I don't think you can traverse it quite this way, especially when you're doing
the speed of light.
Well, also
fax machines and stolen taxi cabs.
But also, like, there's no. This is a ticking clock where none of the characters seem to have any kind of sense of urgency. Like,
he doesn't care at all.
Like Al Pacino could not give a rat's ass. He's like, I guess I'm gonna die.
Yeah, there's one point in the movie where, like, I forget who asked him, but she's like, "What's the matter?" And he's like, "Oh, I have 44 minutes to live."
Yeah.
And it's just like he doesn't give a shit.
Want a glass of milk?
Yeah, 88 minutes. The action vehicle for I think I looked it up. What did I say in the chat? I think
you said he's 67.
67. Yeah,
67. Yeah.
Yeah.
The kids.
Yeah, he was 67, which I believe is the same age as
Can
Prince
Unk be
Andrew,
6'7"?
Is that going to fucking jail? So good for him. Yeah, I don't know. You're asking the wrong guy. Yeah, it's Gogs. He has kids. They know all the rules.
No, it's Unk for me to ask about it.
I think 6'7's over. I think.
Yeah.
Damn, 6'7's over.
Now it's like 4-1 or some such.
4-1. All right. Well, Sean will be joining us in a minute because he got a phone call that he only has 88 minutes to live, so he's gonna shoot the show and then go there. What did y'all watch this week? Gogs, you said you watched a ton of movies, so I'm gonna start with you.
Wonderful.
Don't do that. Stop it.
Last week we were on here for 2 hours talking about Savage Dawn. If we do that again, I'm going to jump off the Key Bridge.
There is no key bridge.
Remains as a key bridge.
Going to drive right off one end.
Are they ever going to fucking rebuild that thing? They still haven't appropriated the funds, have they?
Welcome to the Municipal Minute here at Mole Radio.
Yeah. Anyway.
So I'm just gonna. I think I watched more than this, but I just wrote down the 5 things I remembered, or the 4 things I remembered I watched.
All right.
I watched. Let's start with what was rehashing. I rewatched the Slammin' Salmon, an underrated Broken Lizard movie.
Yeah, definitely.
And Michael Clark Duncan in that movie is transcendent. Like, I love that movie. All of his lines in that movie are so funny. His delivery is phenomenal. And
that's a movie that I took a while to come around to, like, not rewatching it, but like I heard it wasn't very good, and then I never watched it until I watched it with you, and I was like, oh, this was hilarious.
There's a line in the very beginning where one of the German brothers from Beer Fest, like one of the like secondary, he's like, I guess the Farva's character is gonna quit or something. He's like, you gotta tell the boss. And guess what? He's gonna butt fuck you in the face or the mouth. And just like the way he delivers that just cracked me up. But
my favorite thing is when he finds out that 20,000 yen is like $200, and he's like, so.
Like the fracas in
Caracas. I say that all the time.
In Beirut.
I say the fracas in Caracas all the time.
Yeah. What does it say? When you assume you make an asshole out of yourself. It's like perfect. Yeah. Anyway, shout out to Slammin' Salmon.
Have those guys like done any other movie? Like they do TV now, right? The Broken Lizard.
I mean, they did Super Troopers 2. So
they're making Super Troopers 3 right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I thought they had
2 any good? Somebody on the show watched 2.
I think Alec watched it.
Didn't you watch it, Alec?
It was all right.
Yeah, it was okay.
There's like the 4 base films. There's Super Troopers. There's Club Dread, which was probably the weakest of those 4.
It's
there's
not probably. That movie's terrible. I'm
There's
sorry.
There's Beer Fest, which I think was the most popularly accepted one, and
It's
then
my favorite.
the Slam and Salmon.
Yeah.
But anyway, good times. Watch the Slam and Salmon.
So there was something called Quasi that came out in 2023 too.
Oh, that was not very good. That was like a direct to Netflix, I think, or Hulu that they made streaming.
Yeah, direct
to Hulu.
Not.
Yep. That was not great. It's like Quasimodo.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, burnt. So then I watched
and they sorry, Gogs. I'm breaking my own thing. They have a show. Like Jay Kanderstar directs a ton of shows for like a ton of different shows. Like he's directed a bunch of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and he directed some Community and some other stuff. But a couple of the guys are involved in a show called Tacoma FD.
I've heard about that. Yeah,
Farva's in it. Not Thorny. Shit, the one that wears the metal cup that they shoot.
Yeah.
Ram.
No, Ramathorn is. It's
Yeah, I can't remember.
Doesn't matter. Yeah,
it looks like Kevin Heffernan and Steve Lemmy are the ones in it.
Steve Lemmy is.
Yeah, Steve Lemmy's his Christian name.
So
it's
then
okay. I watched a few episodes. It's all right.
It's fine, Raves Alec.
But they can't the best thing about their movies is they're like outrageous, like cussing and inappropriateness, and it's on FX. They can only do so much.
Right.
Anyway, sorry.
No, cool, because it gave me a minute to remember one other thing I watched. I rewatched The Karate Kid.
Glad I could help.
I think the podcast is better if Alec starts interrupting people anyway.
Yeah,
I agree.
Makes us feel better.
Hi, Sean.
The Karate Kid is so much fun. Like, shout out to the original Karate Kid.
That movie and the second one both absolutely fucking slap.
Like, I forgot how good that movie was. Like, not just good, like it's enjoyable, like good, like it's a good movie. Like, it's
for
well
a
made.
Of that. I haven't watched that movie. I couldn't even tell you the last time I watched.
Like, as far as a sport movie goes, the tournament at the end is like a ton of fun to watch. Like, it's great. Like, it's like the kids' version of Warrior. So rewatch the original Karate Kid.
Every time I watch it, it sells me on buying like one of those skeleton jumpsuits things.
Oh, my God.
That's like, the thing I should just have like 5 of those and wear them all week.
Vance might go as that shower this Halloween.
Yeah, I was going to say the shower is great.
Yeah.
I also rewatched Room 237, which is so much fun to watch because the theories that these people spin about The Shining are like so like almost conspiracy theory level harebrained. It's like the dots,
the can of baking soda that somehow alludes to the fact that there's been an indigenous genocide, and so it's like, people have been using co-opting Native American imagery for brands all the time.
But the thing that's interesting about that movie, it's like real life conspiracy theories because there are like little sprinkles of like real shit in there, and then they just go off the rails, you know? Because Kubrick was like incredibly meticulous and did put like crazy shit in that movie. But
did Kubrick ever comment on like a theme?
No,
okay.
He's he's what you're supposed to be as a director. Like he never like he just the movie is the movie, right? He's like David Lynch, like. He was never one that was going to like explain what he wanted to do. He put it in the movie.
Yep. If he did, he did it only to make Shelley Duvall cry.
Yeah, he's also hot take and very unpopular opinion. I don't care that he abused her because he got a great performance out of her, and in the end, justifies the means.
Wow.
I said what I said. I don't care. Like I love that movie, and her performance is great. And if it had to get her to get yelled at a little bit, I don't really give a shit. It's not like he like beat her. He just yelled at her.
He just emotionally abused the
shit. I got yelled at all my fucking life, and I didn't make a great movie. Well,
you have a Five Nights at Freddy's background in your Zoom right now, so it clearly worked out.
I thought I'd spice it up a little bit.
On to the new things I've watched. I watched Clowns in a Cornfield.
Read that book, believe it or not.
That there was a book, there was a novel. Was it like a Scholastic movie adaptation book, or was it
no, it was a novel. It was a book before it was a movie. The book was like shockingly good, but I heard the movie was terrible.
The movie is like schlock. It's like comedy horror, like it's real like over the top, like Thanksgiving-esque, like it's that kind of vibes. It's fine. I watched Steph Curry's vehicle, GOAT.
Oh.
I liked it. I thought it was pretty good.
That's in the theater now, right?
It's in theaters. It is
going to theaters.
It is
keeping the scene alive. Thank you,
right?
guys.
Well, I saw two things.
Oh my god!
Two things.
Two movies in the theater.
So what I thought good was cool. It was like it's another one of those Sony animation junts. So it's got that fun style of animation. I liked the story. It's very predictable, but it was fun. Like it's
like you like goats.
I do. Like it's it's a good little sports movie and it's got a fun cast. So
favorite barnyard animal?
Favorite barnyard animal would have to be the pig.
Yeah.
End of statement.
Pig's a strong choice.
Pig's a strong choice. So it makes so many magical foods.
Lives matter.
Yeah, Lisa, a magical animal.
And
one of my favorite sure. Homer lines.
What about bacon? What about pork chops?
It's the same animal.
And then the last thing I saw also in theaters, which I really enjoyed, was Sam Raimi's Send Help.
Hell yeah.
Really wanted to watch that.
And it's it moved in ways I didn't expect it to. It's fun but still like over the top violent, and they did a good job of making Rachel McAdams unattractive until she gets on a deserted island, and then she gets like an island glow up.
Yeah.
The
she gets smokier by the minute when they're on the island. It's great.
The Maze Runner kid's good in it. Like it's cool, and like I was just happy. I think it's doing well in the box office, and I think we're all. I think I speak for all of us. We're happy to see an original IP because all the previews were like an imaginative retelling of The Bride of Frankenstein with Christian Bale of all people, and
that is I'm fascinated by that movie. I kind of want to see it. Like the Frankenstein and The Bride of Frankenstein are like mobsters. Like I don't know.
Yeah, they know like Bonnie and Clyding it. Like it doesn't make.
Yeah.
And then like the other preview was like for Luc Besson's Dracula, like a movie that I don't feel needs to be remade because
funny enough that if you have any interest in watching that movie has been on the Plex for months. I don't know. It's one of those movies that came out in Europe, I guess, last year. I haven't watched it yet.
But it's all remakes, it's all sequels, it's all existing IP. So to see something do well in the theaters that someone actually took a risk on, or at least some sort of financial risk to put out there. Like I'm excited to go see Send Help. It's good. Sam Raimi's back, baby. That is everything I watched. Nate,
I watched 3 things.
3 things.
So first is My Dirty Secret, which is I hadn't really watched much of. I Think You Should Leave. So okay. I binged the shit out of that over the last week.
I love that show.
And it's wonderful.
Yes.
I love
favorite sketch.
Very rewatchable.
I love him feeding the Mac game eggs while being told how he's disrespecting his coworkers.
You're a rock star.
That was fun.
Just be able to watch a little porn.
Porn.
That's a nude egg.
I love the weird.
It's got a bush.
The weird thing about a dog door and the pig with a mask on that he thought was a little man. Like that was great.
The wall is like his floor. Like
the metal man,
Metaloid maniac.
Metaloid maniac.
It's supposed to scurry around there like a bug.
I don't know how many times TJ and I will just text each other like, "Screwed, you cheap bastards!" You're the best.
Oh crap! More bad stuff is happening.
Yeah,
that guy is fucking hysterical. The other guy from
Sam.
Yeah, that guy.
Sam Richardson.
That guy is so funny.
Sam Richardson is great. Like the little strong boys or whatever the thing is.
Little buff
boys. That shit was hilarious. Like. I admire so much how everybody commits to these things so sincerely. Like none of, and I know that it's not like it's live or anything where people could crack, but like there's no sense of anybody taking it with irony. It's like that's part of the reason why it works so well. Because even a sketch that I normally wouldn't like the one where he's playing the guy that likes doing like silent pantomime stuff, and he'll pay you money if he talks. I was ready to tap out on that, but then he keeps doing it, and I was like, "Fuck, this is great! I love that this is happening."
The bit is that college kids go to mock him to make him break. That's the part that got me.
Yeah, I think the one that always gets me, even though I don't really like the sketch jokes wise, but is the haunted house one, and it's just the ending, the coda where it's like, "You make any friends tonight?" No. Not today, Mom.
Do any of these? fuckers.
I say that all the time too. This is the adults. It's not for kids.
But Nate, have you watched the Chair Company yet?
No, I haven't yet. You
gotta watch that. It's so good.
Yeah, I love everybody who's on it. Like the last thing I saw last night was like it's like the birthday party, Christmas party for the boss, and the one woman who's on the show several times is like pouring booze and then like pouring stuff on the standee of him, and then goes and gets a cup of dog shit to put on there.
She wasn't allowed to bring her pet.
Yeah, because she's the rat lady. Like, and I just love because you got somebody. The boss guy is just like, I was really wrong to talk to you that way. It's not my job to determine which pets are valid and which pets aren't. And she like is so warm. And then the end is like the guy picks up the cup of shit and drinks it. And it's just like, it's just so good. It's just so good. So I love that. And I'll probably rewatch everything again because some of them like, I don't know, like Will Forte getting his ponytail trapped under a car is funny.
What about the Will Forte one on the plane where he like sets up like a 40-year
that one's great where he's got to sit like 10 rows back and he's just crying.
He's like, when the stewardess comes over and she's like, well, these are assigned seats, and he's like, well, you can sit where you want at some concerts.
Right. Yeah.
Everybody was a baby at some point.
It's just so good.
Burn in hell, Harvey Jarvis.
Oh yeah, the babies, the fucking the America's Best Baby or whatever.
Wow.
I love that. Oh, great
so
show.
That's
also,
like
I said,
that's amazing.
Very rewatchable because they're only 15-minute episodes, so you can just plow through.
Oh yeah, no, I mean that's the thing. Like I'll throw it on at like the end of the night if I need to answer a couple of emails. It's like this can just be the background, and it's really like it lifts my mood. It's just good energy. It's great. So I love it. I also watched the documentary "It's Never Over, Jeff Buckley," which is about Jeff Buckley, the musician.
So it's not just a clever name,
right? It's and it's good. Like I don't know. Were you guys ever like Jeff Buckley listeners in the 90s? Like
I only know him from the cover of Hallelujah. That's like the extent of my Jeff Buckley knowledge.
Yeah, that was most of mine too. And like I had a friend who I have a friend and he was really into Jeff Buckley, and like it just never grabbed me because it was kind of that like folk soul thing at a time when I was like listening to grunge and whatever else. But it's prompted me to listen to a lot more. And the documentary is interesting because it seems like he was like a uniquely, like an admirably earnest and straightforward person. Like Amy Mann's in the documentary talking about how they're like songwriting together and he's just writing kind of high school boy like notes on the notebook about like we should just like have sex, and she's like, you don't need to have sex, and he's like, but we could just do that. But he's not like gross.
I can't blame him, especially prime Amy Mann.
Right. Well, yeah. And like he just, I don't know. There's just like voicemail, like answering machine messages his mom plays and stuff, and it seems like wow. Like I wish I felt that comfortable to speak exactly what I felt at any time. Actually, kind of reminds me of Sean, because Sean's the sort of person that will like tell anybody in a public setting.
He's constantly telling people that we should just have sex. I mean, he does it to me. I assume he does.
I thought that's why we were all here for this. Is that not why we're here? Is this a
podcast? He says we need to have sex.
I'm trying to climb Mount Earth.
Have sex.
I want a 2-hour documentary of Amy Mann explaining to me directly why she fucked Al Jorgensen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I can explain that. Look up Al Jorgensen in the 80s, and he looked completely different than the way, like, he was kind of handsome. Like, it's kind of crazy. Like, you look at him now, and
I cannot believe that a man named Al Jorgensen ever was handsome.
I look him up. You'd be surprised. Back when
maybe I'm thinking of Al Jolson.
Al Jolson also handsome.
Remember what happened last time we did that?
Yeah.
I
really
can't
giving
remember.
face.
How did Buckley, did he heroin overdose or did
no so the whole thing was he like went into a tributary of the Mississippi for like a swim, and then a riverboat went by and he just disappeared in the waves. Like there was no drugs in his system.
He got riverboat shit hammered.
Yeah. Like I mean
he pulled a Bodie from fucking Point Break.
Oh, yeah. I thought you meant a Boaty, like a Boaty.
But yeah, so it's, I mean, really like incredibly talented individual. And I've gone back and I've been listening to a lot of his music on Spotify and just going like, shit, like, I don't know. Stuff like that bums me out more the older I get, because I'm like, man, somebody who was this talented at like 29 and didn't even get to do a second record. and like, what the fuck am I doing? But also, we got cheated out of somebody really talented, which is, but it's a great documentary. I think it's really interesting.
How has there not been an Elliott Smith documentary?
I don't know.
Yeah, I would watch that.
Yeah, we need that because I need to go back and listen to Elliott Smith again because I kind of took a hiatus on it, but
it's
so
good.
So did he.
Yeah, true. Yeah, knife related. The last thing I watched is Zombie 2, also known as Zombie Flesh Eaters.
The Italian movie?
Yeah. So TJ and I talked about this a couple of weeks ago, and so I've got a bunch of Fulci to watch. But
yeah, I put a bunch of Fulci on the Plex for now.
Yeah.
Zombie movies have like the same numbering conventions. It's like the American Final Fantasy games.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, I don't know what order they're actually
makes
in.
no sense. Yeah.
This movie rules though. Like,
I'm glad you like it. Yeah.
I mean, okay. Every horror movie should be shot this artfully. Like, not only does it have the immediacy of like everything's on location. We're on actual islands. There's actually people. There's actually gross makeup. Everything's actually happening. But it's shot in this way that makes everything feel disorienting, even though it's mostly taking place during the day. It's not like a night zombie movie. It's a lot of daytime shots. And I just love how it's got the like existential bitterness to it too, because
sure.
I mean, the movie opens with there's a zombie on a boat that's in New York Harbor, right, like near the Statue of Liberty, and then a whole movie happens in between where everybody's like dealing with zombies on a Caribbean island, and then the end of the movie is like, hey, so we're coming home. At least we've got this one zombie friend we have to prove what happened to us, and then it's like, oh, New York is overrun with zombies and everybody's fucked. I love that. It's funny
because
shit.
Zombie 3, the sequel to that movie, doesn't pick up on that at all.
Well, yeah,
they're on another island. Like it's ridiculous. Zombie or Zombie 2, because for those of you that don't know, what Sean's talking about, the whole zombie thing is very confusing because Dawn of the Dead in Italy was called Zombie, and the Italians loved their loose, like not giving a shit about copyright, and they would make unofficial sequels to like popular movies all the time. And Zombie, the one that Nate watched, either Zombie in America or Zombie 2 everywhere else, is supposed to be a sequel to Dawn of the Dead, which it's not, but it's kind of wild. And then Fulci ended up making Zombie 3 and 4, but the less talked about those movies, the better. They're not his best work.
I guess this is a question for the Fulci people, because this is a cheap Italian movie. Did they shoot New York in New York, or is it something else?
It's New York.
I think it is New York.
There are people. What I read was that because the ending shot is a bunch of zombies walking across the Brooklyn Bridge, and they did that illegally by just like, we'll just show up with a bunch of people in makeup and shoot this movie, and we're going to shoot this in 20 minutes, and we're going to leave. Yeah. And that's what they did. So they just have a boat in the harbor, but it's there. Like, that's, I don't know. I just think I started watching another one on there. Now I can't remember the name of it, but it's another Fulci thing. And I miss when movies looked good. Like, I feel like most horror movies look kind of flat or empty or whatever, and so much of it is the CG and the green screening and stuff.
Well, it's like, even when I was watching Savage Dawn or whatever, I know I didn't appear, but like, I'm watching it like, this is a bad movie, but it looks great because, it's shot on like an actual physical media, and that means a lot.
Yeah, there's a warmth and there's a texture to it, and like, you're actually in a place also, instead of what is sort of like, well, we put up some, North Korean dummy town props to pretend like we were somewhere else. So I recommend Zombie Flesh Eaters / Zombie 2 also. Alec.
I watched 1, 2, I'm counting, 3 things.
Three things.
All 3 were weird, either like Lifetime or B movies. First movie I watched is called Crabs with an exclamation point.
Nice.
It's about mutant horseshoe crabs that kill people.
Nice. Oh, cool.
And it's fucking wild. They go nuts and they start evolving, and some of them have they evolve from mutant horseshoe crabs who eat people and like drink their blood to humanoid crab monsters about the size of people, and then they evolve into kaijus. who destroy cities.
That's excellent.
Wow.
It's hilarious. It's like the perfect kind of these stupid, like real dumb monster movies. The protagonist is a kid in a wheelchair who is building his own, like, oh, what fucking movie is it? Where the guy builds like a prosthetic suit, a power suit to like be able to walk. God damn it. Or maybe I'm thinking of a comic
Iron
book.
Man.
I guess. A Rhodey in the new Marvel.
Yeah.
Because he's crippled, but he has like the prosthetic suit to walk. But this like high school kid is building his own. And then as the crabs get bigger, he evolves his suit into be like a
Jaeger from Pacific Rim.
Pretty much, yeah.
Hell yeah.
And he starts like the end of the movie, he comes out of the water in Japan in front of Mount Fuji out of the ocean and starts fighting a bunch of kaijus in Japan. The movie's fucking wild.
Sounds incredible.
It's nuts. It's fucking out there. Like the two characters are cops. Just like one's a sheriff and one's a deputy in the same town. The sheriff has like a new cop car, like the current type of model of cop car, like whatever they are, Crown Vics or whatever. The deputy has like an old rusted shit box that they just threw like a cop light on top of it. Like, yeah, we don't have a budget for 2 cop cars in this movie. Let's just throw a second one on it.
The movie posters or the cover art go hard as hell.
And it's like the opening scene is like, I thought it was going to be a weird sex movie. Like the very opening scene is like these people, this couple like having like going at it, and it's very graphic. And I was like, yikes! Like this is an interesting start for a movie, but there's no sex the rest of the movie at all. Like
because they got crabs right away.
I mean, they got crabs. The guy was playing around with the crab and got his face ripped off.
Damn.
Then the girl eventually did too, but like. It was like very graphic for like a real movie. It's like, ooh, wow, they're really going for it. But then nothing else the rest of the movie.
They blew their budget. They're like, fuck.
They blew something.
Hey.
Are the horseshoe crabs upset because we use them so much for like medical blood testing because of their similarity to human blood?
Maybe.
Is that true? I didn't know.
Yeah, that's like a real thing.
Yeah, they train them.
Yeah, I don't know. I've always been fascinated by horseshoe crabs. But yeah, they use
on the beach. Is that where you find somebody on the beach? The scientists sneak down, suck their blood, and just leave them on the shore.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Dr. Acula.
That has nothing to do with Doctor. Oh, I guess. Okay, never mind. Got it. Next movie I watched is called Tall Hot Blonde. All one word.
What was it called?
Tall Hot Blonde.
Okay.
It's all one word. And it actually has some real actors in it. But it's about a guy who loves playing poker, and then his friends convince him to play online poker. And then he meets a girl on the online poker, and he starts like an online relationship with her, neglecting his wife and kids. And things go sideways from there, and it turns into a murder fest. So he's catfishing her because he pretends to be a younger person and is sending pictures of his younger self to her as if he's still young and like in the military, but really he's like works in like a steel factory, a steel mill, I guess is what it's called.
Steel factory. I like
steel factory. But that turns out the girl that he was communicating with was actually the girl's mom using her daughter's pictures to catfish him. So they're catfishing each other.
It's a dual catfish situation. It's like that episode of It's Always Sunny.
But he gets jealous. He gets jealous of the fact that who he thinks is the girl starts talking to his younger friend. So he shoots the younger friend like 3 times in the face. Apparently, it's based on a true story. But it's got Nina Van Horn from Just Shoot Me. I can't remember her real name. Garrett Dillahunt or Dillahunt is in it. And if you look up his name, you'll recognize him. He's been in tons of stuff.
He's like a poor man's Walton Goggins.
Yeah. He's got a real Southern drawl that he always leads into with everything. He's a good actor. He's in lots of stuff. He's always pretty good. And not the stuff that he's in is good, but it's always pretty good. This was Courtney Cox's directorial debut. She directed this movie and has a small role in it. Yeah, it's something else.
Where did you find this?
Stacy was opened up YouTube to look for something to watch, and it just popped up immediately.
Oh shit!
And we're like,
"Thank you, algorithm.
We'll just watch that."
Yeah.
And the last thing I watched, we just watched right this evening, called Tall, Dark, and Dangerous, which is another stupid like YouTube Lifetime movie about a woman who gets on a dating app, and then the guy who she connects with starts stalking her because he catfished her at first and used different pictures, but still showed up for the date, which is wild.
First time you watch back-to-back movies that were like height, hair color, adjective.
Yeah. You got a very specific algorithm on YouTube.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what's next.
Yeah, right.
Short redhead, ugly.
Short redhead, ugly.
It's my documentary.
Oh,
you're not short.
Not ugly.
Oh.
Very handsome.
That's all. I think that's everything I watched. I don't think I watched anything else. Sean.
Nothing. I fucking hate movies, dog. And I think my hatred of them is reinforced by the movie I had to watch. Now, I watched because I saw there was, and this will interest nobody except for maybe TJ, but Harlan Ellison had written a script for iRobot. So I was watching like a video about that. So I tried to watch the Will Smith iRobot, which I've seen before.
It's so bad.
And it is just abject garbage. So that was it for me.
You don't like the part where the robot yells?
It's funny because Sean texted me about the Harlan Ellison. He texted me like a YouTube video about the Harlan Ellison script, and I was like, I don't know all about that, dog. I used to have the Harlan Ellison script. This is what a fucking loser kid I was. I had the Harlan Ellison iRobot script in like book form. Like there was like you remember those, like, I can't remember the name of it. There was like a book club, Columbia House maybe or whatever. And you could get like,
I got all kinds of stupid sci-fi books from it.
I got a lot of like Marvel and DC gigantic coffee table books that way that I never paid for.
That's where I got the novelization of the Death of Superman comics, because I needed a novelization of it instead of just the comics that I already had.
I needed it to be more literary.
That's how I had
no pictures, none of that cool stuff, just the book.
That's how I had the Harlan Ellison iRobot script. And also, I don't know if you've ever tried to like read a script, like just it's like it's horrible to read. Like it's not like it's fun to read.
I have both the Trainspotting novel and the Trainspotting script. So yes, I have read a script before. Like you used to be able to buy scripts sometimes in bookstores, depending on how popular the movie was. There's nothing more disappointing though than like a movie you would like that you know exists but never got made, like the William Gibson Alien 3.
Oh yeah.
Even though I mean everybody knows I'm 10 toes down on Alien 3 as is, but I want to see that one too. I think Gogs maybe listened to the audio drama.
Yeah, it was a friggin' Audible exclusive. It had Michael Biehn in it.
How was it? Like, would have been a good movie?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was like much more of a direct sequel to Aliens than like 3 was kind of a leap to get him on the prison, but this is more like it goes to a space station, and I think Ripley's still involved, and like Hicks is alive, and like it's cool.
Yeah, but that's it for me.
All right, it's me. I haven't gone yet.
Oh, TJ,
would you like to?
Yeah, actually. Okay. So, following Sean's point, I watched two things, but they were both very like mediocre. So to watch 88 minutes and then watch these two movies, I was like, I don't know if I like movies anymore, man. All right, so the first thing I watched was this movie. Both of these movies, by the way, I have been mildly excited for because I've been hearing, in my stupid TikTok algorithm, I get a lot of movie crap. And both of these movies were talked about as like smaller independent movies. It sounded kind of interesting. So when they became available, I was like, oh, I'll check them out. The first thing I watched is this movie called The Plague, and it's about it was listed as a horror movie, first of all, and that's important because it is not a horror movie in any way, shape, or form. It is not a horror movie. It has the only actor of real note is Joel Everyman is in it, and he's good in the movie. The movie is about like this boys water polo team. They have like it's like a summer camp, like, but something that Sean always hits on. He always rags on Wes Anderson movies because it's always just about like a group of like spoiled rich kids that dad didn't love them or whatever. That's like explicitly what this movie's about. And honestly, like by the end of the movie and the point of the movie, I was like, I don't care. Like the reason it's called The Plague is that there's basically a story about this one kid, and again, all these kids are like around like 14 or 15. They're like adolescent boys, and there's the kid is new to the camp and he's trying to fit in, and it's about kind of the dynamics of that and being like an awkward kid and trying to like fit in with the cooler kids or whatever. But there's this one kid in the class or whatever you want to call it that they all make fun of, and they say he's got the plague, and they say if you interact with him or if you touch him you'll get the plague. And the movie is basically about like bullying and like kind of being socially ostracized. And it kind of has like a Parasite kind of dynamic where like the kid at first is very sympathetic to the boy that has the plague, but then of course by the end how the turns tabled and now he's the bully to the kid. I'm trying to make the Office reference. Isn't that what Michael Scott said? He's like how the
turntables have turned.
That's
not how the turntables.
How the turntables, I think is what he said.
Yeah, something like that. Anyway, I was trying to be cute. But the movie, again, it's not a horror movie. It is a mumblecore movie. It's very slow. And ultimately, I felt like it didn't really have much to say. And like, yeah, I get like, we all know like bullying is bad, but like this kid wasn't really even bullied that like he doesn't ever get beat up. He's like picked on a little bit. And then, like, that's kind of the movie. And, like, I left it going, well, these are fucking rich kids anyway. I don't give a shit. Like, oh, my God, the horror of being a rich kid and getting picked on. Like, this felt like a rich person's, like, the guy that made this is probably rich. And, like, I don't know. It felt really out of touch. Like, it felt like
Mitt Romney complaining about taking, like,
an airline. I'll compare it to another movie that I didn't like and I felt like missed the point, and that's Saltburn, which is also a movie by a rich person about rich people that isn't like has the balls enough to actually make fun of rich people. And like that's what this felt like to me. I didn't care for it. And again, like I won't lie to you and say that part of me was like expecting some kind of horror element. I mean, it's listed as a horror movie, and they introduced this plague thing, and I thought it was going to be like is the plague really real? Is it not? And that doesn't really go anywhere. I did not care for it. It just was not for me. And then the next thing I watched was a Australian movie called We Bury the Dead. It's a zombie movie starring.
Is it the Daisy Ridley movie? Well, you said both things were bad, so I guess I already know it's bad.
Yeah, I don't think you'd like it, buddy. It starts out okay. So we all know the TJ rule. One slice, everybody knows the rules. 20 minutes into this movie, into We Bury the Dead, man, I was in. I thought it was so interesting. It starts off its world building so well. So the premise of this movie is the United States accidentally like exploded this like experimental weapon in Tasmania, and it killed like 30,000 people, right? So basically they are hiring people to like go into the fucking contamination zone and like get rid of the bodies and like tag people. And Daisy Ridley, her husband was at some kind of work retreat while this is happening, so she's going over there to see if she can find her husband. It's not the worst premise in the world. It's actually a cool premise as far as like, you know, zombie stuff is great because you can put in real world stuff, because America accidentally killing quote unquote, accidentally killing 30,000 people with an experimental weapon. Really not that hard to believe. And I thought it had a good premise. And then you find out as Daisy Ridley gets there, like, oh, there's reports that some of the bodies are like coming back to life. Good premise. Like, I love the premise. And they even set up like the stakes where, you know, so all these volunteers, they're not there out on their own. They're there with the military. So like if a zombie pops up, they throw up a flare and the military is right behind him and they take care of the zombie. So you're already kind of setting up the stakes, like, okay, they're going to separate from the military and then she's going to get in the thick of it and, zombie chaos will ensue. But the problem is, and maybe I'm hypocritical because I just got done glazing how much I love the Bone Temple, and that is very much like very minimal zombie movie, but it worked really well for me. Like the zombies in this movie don't do anything, and the problem is that the story is also boring. Like it's basically a Daisy Ridley walking simulator. Like it's just lots of long shots of her walking to find her husband, and then she gets to the hotel where her husband's being. It's just her walking and walking and walking. And then you find out her and her husband, like they had a bad relationship and she's trying to like get over the loss of like their relationship and her grief. It's just like, it's one of those things where, and I talked about it somewhere. And
she's a zombie herself because of the emotional trauma she's experienced.
Well, there's nothing I can't stand more.
Stop doing work for this piece.
Well, no, you're right. It's exactly what Nate's 100% right. But there's nothing I hate more, and I've come across this 1,000 times recently. But the problem is, I hate when a movie has, like, it's not even, like, subtext. It's super text. Like, it's not deep, and it's easy to figure out. And it's like, people are like, well, you just didn't get it. It's like, I know I got it. I just found it really boring. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, I get it. Like, it's a metaphor for her grief. It doesn't make it good. Just because you use metaphor in your film, like, I don't know, it just didn't do anything for me at all. And I was just like, most of the time I was just like, are we ever going to get there? Again, you can do, trust me, I love movies that have long, scenes that take forever. David Lynch, fucking doesn't matter how it's, as long as the scene is as long as it's going to be, but you got to give me something. And there's just nothing to this movie. It just goes nowhere. But again, that first 20 minutes in a bottle, like that, if going back to the fucking thing, the Quibi thing. This is a Quibi movie, man. If you watch the first 20 minutes, you're like, oh, this movie's gonna fucking rock. And then it's just like, oh, it just kind of goes nowhere. And then I don't know, there's no like, it's such a through line, right? Like there's no, I guess the big reveal is that the relationship was bad, but like I don't like, that's not that big of a revelation, and I don't really care.
I think we need a moratorium on horror movies using metaphor for grief as their through line, because it's just kind of been the thing for the last 5 years, and it's given us great stuff, right? Like Bring Her Back and Talk to Me and stuff.
The Babadook is great.
Yeah, we've got some great stuff out of it, but it's also like, hey, new wells. There are new wells to drill. Find something else to use for horror, because there's plenty of other anxieties we can deal with.
Yeah, and I was legitimately looking forward to this one. It sounded interesting, and I like, I don't hate Daisy Ridley like on reflex like a lot of nerds do for some weird reason, probably just because she's a woman, but also like plays an American in this, which we all hate because her American accent is like super weird, and it's like, why is she American?
And she's in Australia. Why not just have her
fly in from England? Like, why does she? Yeah, like why did
this in English? Like, who gives a?
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah. The point of it is she's an outsider, and I will say that there's so many things in this movie. Like, this movie is frustrating because I feel like you could have done so many different things with this movie, and they just didn't do anything. But like, there's like a slight like kind of aside in the movie that like no Australians trust her because she's American. So I thought that was going to play into something, because obviously America is the one that caused this, and that goes nowhere. And it's like, that's kind of interesting. Like, I was kind of hoping like maybe some Australians be like, fuck this American, and throw her out in the deep end with all the dead people. But no. And then there's this like one scene in the middle of the movie where like this, because the zombies in this movie, they still have some kind of consciousness, which I guess isn't that far removed from normal zombies. But like, there's one scene where this zombie is literally like burying 2 other zombies, and then he just kind of gives up, and then Daisy Ridley kills him. But it's like, again, that's been done. That's Dawn of the Dead. The zombies going back to the mall because that's what they know, like the monotony of life. And it's like, I get it. You're not breaking any new ground. We've seen this time and time again.
Remember Land of the Dead where they were playing instruments and
do I? Oh my God, do I? Yeah, I remember Land of. I feel like I think I saw.
Is that the John Leguizamo one?
Leguizamo, and Asia Argento is in that movie.
We saw that together, and we're miserable together.
That's the one with the Dead Reckoning, right? That's the Dennis Hopper.
Yes.
Question mark. Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah. But yeah, I watched no spoil. Yeah, it was a disappointing week for me. Also, like a week where I carved. Oh no, my internet connection's unstable.
You're back. You were gone. Now
you dropped out for half a sec.
That was weird. But no, this is a disappointing week for me, and you know, what are you gonna do? But also a weird week where I actually carved out the time to watch 3 movies, which is not very usual these days because I'm too busy playing Neo 3 and other video games. Video games are life. Real gamers rise up. Gogs, what happened in the 88 minutes?
Jesus.
You get 88 words.
What didn't happen?
88 minutes.
I might be able to do that. All right. Someone give me a counter. No.
Well, I don't feel like doing that.
How's your Patino?
It's not bad.
Yeah, that's not bad.
It's also not great. It's not great.
It's not great, but it's not bad. It's better than he was.
It's perfectly fine. It's like everybody else.
He's in his whisper yell era, which I don't care for in my Pacino voices.
Was anybody distracted by his hair in this
His
movie?
hair was huge. He had like eraser head hair.
Well, like I said over text, he's doing it because he's 6 inches shorter than everybody else in the movie. And they're trying to make him seem like a leading man. So we're going to puff up the thinning hair he has.
Well,
and his hair is like a cross between...
He still wasn't at eye level with anybody.
No.
He's still looking up at everyone.
His hair's like a cross between Butthead and Gary Oldman and Dracula.
Yeah. It's only slightly smaller than when he played Phil Spector in that TV movie about Phil Spector's trial.
Yeah. Al Pacino, also, we mentioned it at the top of the show. It's important to remember, Al Pacino was, and I Googled it, 67 years old when this movie was made, so...
He doesn't look a day over 89.
Dude, he looks fucking terrible in this. Like, Nate said it in our analog chat, but like, to put your like suspense action thriller on the shoulders of a 67-year-old man is a decision I will never understand.
There are so many moments in this movie where I am literally like worried that he's hurting himself doing the stunt.
Oh my God.
Like whether it's running up the stairs when at the end he tries to catch all of Lee Sobieski's body weight on a rope. And I'm like, fuck.
The point in the movie where he runs, it's like Steven Seagal level of running. Like it looks so bad. I was like, why didn't they like double him there or something? It looked awful.
And they could have done favorable cuts, but they're like, we have an exposed staircase that they're following him up, and it's like, no,
oh my God.
No, shoot somewhere where you can cut so he can do each of these.
Like in a more competent movie with anything on its mind, other than being like a cheap, like I think Gog said, like 7 for Idiots, the fact that he surrounds himself with young women would be like a character flaw that is somehow explored and maybe addressed, but it just serves to make him look even older than he already is.
Yeah, all they do is like fridge multiple women, but none of them matter. It's just
Also, like, well, I'll let Gogs get into the I'll get into the synopsis because, like, this movie again, we've had a string of very horny films. This movie is incredibly. This is like a.
But it's like sexlessly horny.
I was gonna
you know
say,
what I mean?
It's like horny for like a USA movie.
Alec, I was just about to say that. It's like an up all night USA, like silk stockings coming on after Raw kind of movie. That's so funny. You using that's exactly what I was gonna say. USA. That's exactly
or Thunder in Paradise would show butts.
Hell yeah.
It's it's the dual-sided coin of bloodless violence and sexless nudity.
Oh, there's a lot of blood.
There's some blood.
The nudity and sexuality in this movie is akin to the Wolverine fight in X2, where it's like apparently everybody's getting stabbed to death, but it does not read particularly well.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
unfulfilling penetrations in both. So this movie opens with arguably 2 of the worst actresses I've ever seen in my entire life having a conversation about Princess Di. One of them,
what was that about?
I don't know.
It's just to tell us it's 1994 when this is happening, so that we know it's not when the movie came out. This is in the past,
I guess, right? So then one of them goes to get a soda or something, and while that's happening, the other one gets strung up onto a structural beam using carabiners. Yes.
Also important to note that they had to have her in her underwear, which was like very like again like automatically I was like, this is weird and creepy. And then when they string her up, they like focus on her mouth and she's like kind of moaning, and I'm like, what the fuck is this movie? Like,
yeah. So then like she gets like one leg hung up, pinata sexy murdered, and the other sister finally comes back from getting her Pepsi, and she's like, oh no, my sister's dangling like a side of beef, and then
oh no, my sister's dangling.
So you're gonna hear halothane used a lot. So then the killer, then jump cut to 9 years later because Al Pacino, I figured out how to make the murder, get the chair. So they're having, so Neal McDonough has been convicted circumstantially because there's no DNA, there's no hard evidence that he's done it, but it's enough to give him.
That's the same way he was convicted to not be a leading man anymore because he won't kiss women. It's all circumstantial.
He won't leave. He won't leave DNA anywhere.
I know this is a minor nitpick, but as someone that spends like a significant amount of time in court and at trials, like you don't just put on like the star witness and they immediately go, "That's it, case is over." Like that doesn't actually happen.
Like he's pretty convincing. He hit him with a "come on," and they were like,
he's like in sudden death overtime for the verdict or something. It's like, oh, that's it.
It's a buzzer beater,
right? So he scored enough lawyer points to get this kid on the chair. So now it's 9 years later.
He's they're playing Phoenix Wright.
Yeah.
Objection.
Sustained. So now it's 9 years later, and Al Pacino is out partying with like his law clerks and students and TAs. Because it's like they're celebrating the I guess
TA's gonna get TF'd.
Hold on, Gox. You're getting ahead of yourself. That's not how it starts.
Oh,
it starts out with
wakes
him.
Up.
He wakes up and there's a woman that's like brushing her teeth nude, doing like a yoga.
She's doing like a scorpion.
Yeah, she's holding one leg up. Yeah.
Yeah, like just airing that thing out.
You don't find out about the bar scene until later, but yes, he wakes up this. Again, and there's a theme in the whole movie. This woman is like 25, but also I guess it is explained why this particular woman wanted to have sex with him, but it's very strange.
So then
also Al Pacino apparently being like a forensic expert for the FBI or whatever the fuck he is, nets you like millions of dollars. This is like one of the most baller ass apartments.
He's got like a big, what was it, Showdown in Little Tokyo-esque cop loft. So he's like, he goes back to, he's like, I gotta teach class. So he goes to teach class and he gets a call on his cellular telephone saying
telephone.
He's got
Alec
88 minutes. He's got 88 minutes to live. And he's like, all right, whatever. So he goes to class and they find out that the Seattle Slayer is back, baby, because one of his students has been side of beef, hung, murdered, tortured, sexed to death. And he's like, all right, well, I'm just going to nonchalantly go to class and ask people about it. It's like, who's seen Amy? And he's just like, it's like this weird, nonsensical scene.
This scene where he yells at the kid. He's like, let me see your phone. And he's like,
what's the score? What's the damn score, Charlie?
Yeah, he gets auto dialed, or these phone calls with like this, like the scream voice thing. It's like, you got 86. The guy's calling every 3
You're
minutes.
Calling way too often to make any sense.
Wait. Hold on. Did this scene happen before the weird milk and cookie scene?
The weird milk and cookie.
Oh yeah, no, the weird milk and cookie scene happens after he wakes up, because he goes to that thing. He sits with Jeremy Goober, who is some sort of oversight person who is there to investigate the fact that they think he might have coerced to get Neal McDonough in jail in the first place. And so they're grilling him.
Like the murdery sister
from Providence or whatever TV show that was, or Judging Amy.
An absolutely adorable concept in Year of Our Lord 2026 that the government's concerned possibly with convicting the wrong person.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Well, he is white.
He's got blue eyes, baby.
He is white as Paul. Yeah.
The victim's sister brings over cookies and kisses Al Pacino on the mouth, and then they eat the cookies, and then they're like, "Does it need to be
in a movie of baffling decisions? This might be the most baffling in the whole movie." TJ's wrong as hell. Like a nice glass of milk. Like I drink milk, a glass of milk.
Okay.
I love it.
Good moments.
But like to bring out just straight milk and like what is akin to a business meeting and have no water, no coffee, no milk.
It's police milk to chase the cookies.
No bullshit. When I was running that nonprofit, I hired a guy and he came to lunch. I probably told the story, but he had like a sandwich on white bread and a house glass of milk. And I knew for a fact that we didn't have house glasses in that break room. So he like pocketed a house glass of milk somehow or wrapped it in transport. I was like, we got to fire this fucking guy. I can't have that around here.
Well, I just recently saw something that like all psychopaths and bad guys in movies are coded with drinking milk. Like lots of serial killers are doing it in movies. And what's his like Christoph Waltz.
Oh yeah. Glass of milk in the very beginning. Yeah.
Homelander.
Homelander's milk, yeah.
So they're having a little
different milk.
Yeah, different kind of milk.
that Elizabeth Shue. Get that.
Speaking of the Karate Kid.
Speaking of, she was 22 in Karate Kid, which I think was hilarious. And Ralph Macchio was like 23. So they have some pre-Saint milk and cookies, and then he goes off to class, and he's like, "Oh, I got 80 minutes." He's like, "I don't give a rat's ass. What's the score of the Seattle game?" And then the rest of the film is the lowest stakes. No one gives a rat's ass. It's not even cat and mouse. It's just like cat and door. It's something inanimate. Like
the movie is trying to be like a suspense, like mystery movie too, because Al Pacino is like questioning all the members of his class, like the guy that played Gordon in that Gotham TV show, and
he was on the OC also. Yeah.
Ben McKenzie.
But he keeps like kicking out students from his class, so his class is whittled down to like 4 people, and so
he also has the Indiana Jones problem, where he's ostensibly his main job is a college professor, but he spends all of his time doing literally anything else.
Right, and it grants him powers and authoritative abilities that are beyond the scope of a FBI like forensic profiler or whatever.
Yeah, he tries to commandeer a car, and he's like, "It's the FBI. I need your car." Like, you can't do that.
I'm an FBI profiler. I'll get it back to you.
I don't think you can do that.
Legally, we can't do
he's immediately in charge. Anybody he talks to is like, "Oh, you're the authority," and
including the police, like including William Forsythe. He's like, "I'll do whatever you want."
Yeah, William. If you want to make the movie interesting, you have to give him barriers that he has to figure out ways around. But instead, it's like every time, because it's really you said cat and mouse. It's really like cat and catnip flavored mouse toy. Because he doesn't have to do anything. He's completely immobile and just kind of does whatever the fuck he wants.
If he had stood still the entire 88 minutes, the end of the movie would still be the exact same. Like
the other thing that I want to talk about is Neil McDonough.
He leaves campus and has to go back.
Neil McDonough is the murderer, and he's scheduled to be executed.
Alleged murder.
He's scheduled to be executed. That's the catalyst of this movie. But
like
also
that week,
that day,
very fast.
But like he's so underdeveloped as a character, because like the whole country is like absorbed in this case, and then like they only talk to him like maybe once. But then when we get to the end of the movie, like he's like a cult leader, and like that didn't make any sense. Like I don't know. This whole
also
movie.
Not for nothing, like you can't have me try and be sympathetic to like Neil McDonough just looks evil, like despite his personal politics and whatever's going on with him. He just like he does not look trustworthy, so that doesn't really help.
Well, yeah, like if like Al Pacino's character is supposed to be the guy who can like break down psychological whatever and understand motivations and be able to figure out who's guilty or not. He's just throwing darts at everybody. He thinks everyone is the murderer. He's like, I don't know who it is. Like he's like he calls his explicitly lesbian secretary because they make a very strong point of pointing that out. Like he's like, I need you to investigate everyone in the class. And then he goes running around with like he breaks his phone for no reason. He gets his phone calls forwarded to his assistant's
Alicia Witt's. Alicia Witt in this movie, like I felt so bad for her in this because I felt like she really was trying, but man, this movie so because she's
there's a bit of terrible expository dialogue in this that I just remembered it, and like it's kind of emblematic of the whole movie. But there's a part where there's like another phone and it's like, who's it registered to? And Gogs is right. He never uses any of his deductive or like psychic powers to get him out of anything. Like there's no skill checks for him, but it's like it's registered to a Kate Graham. But there are plenty of Kate Grahams. It probably isn't your sister. And it's like, we could have just figured it out from the context.
Sister.
Who was murdered.
Which also doesn't come up in any other way. Like, there's no indication that Neal McDonough killed his sister.
No, it's not even because the guy who killed his sister, he put him away. So, like, he's got a sister who's like 12 years younger than him or 30 years young. I don't know how. She was 12 and he was like 40, and he had to like go run out for a job interview, and then you find out later that the 88 minutes thing was because whoever the fucking the child killer was that was hot on his tracks or whatever, like showed up at his house, and like this movie wants to be Seven so bad,
it's even got the filter in a couple spots.
He took 88 minutes to murder Jack Graham's little sister, which then sent him on a quest for vengeance to give everyone the chair or something. And so like he's running around like he's teaching class. Like, well, there's a bomb threat. He's like, all right. And then they leave.
This irritated, not irritated, but the dean of the college comes into his classroom to tell him there's a bomb threat and let him know before they make an announcement to everybody.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, Al, there was a bomb threat. Everybody should leave. And then like 2 minutes later, they start announcing it on the overhead. Like, presumably her office is not near his classroom.
And then she comes back like 10 minutes later to be like, you haven't left yet? You have to get out of here. There's a bomb threat. It's so...
It's so cheap. It's so bad.
And then it's like the Where's Poochie of movies. Like, everybody has to be involved with Al Pacino in this movie. Either they're explicitly worried about him, or they want to fuck him, or some combination of the two.
So his car gets trashed, and so then he's got to take another car to go back to his apartment. And Alicia Witt's
wait, no. Doesn't he pay? This part didn't make any fucking sense.
No. You're thinking of later when his other car gets exploded.
Oh, okay. Because he pays a cab driver to drive his car.
With the cabbie in the back of the.
I don't understand why he did that. Like, why do you have to drive the car? I don't understand. Like, it was so weird.
Maybe it's in his rider that he can't be a rider. I don't know. So
he gets, I'll pay you $200 if I can ride your cab. And the cabbie's like, okay.
Like, okay.
There's no rule against that that'll get me fired.
Like, why couldn't you just let the cabbie ride you where you need to drive?
That's literally his job. It's literally his job to drive you places for money. So, anyway,
like those people that go on like work vacations.
Yeah,
like they go on vacation to like dig holes.
Yeah,
it's like, dude, you have a job at home.
Yeah,
it's very odd.
So anyway, he leaves there, and Alicia Witt, he's like, let me borrow your car. So there's a lot of borrowing of cars. So then they go to his apartment.
There's a lot of talking on the phone and borrowing of cars. Those are the two actions in the movie.
And so slowly walking to places.
Yeah.
So
and getting faxes.
So like over the course of the movie, they like explore like what they were doing that, but they were all partying hard to like the worst soundtrack ever. And it's like, who was making out with who, and who did you leave with? And you were the last person to see so and so alive. And okay, let's go back to my apartment. Oh, okay. You wanted to bang me, but you're too young for me, kid. And then,
oh yeah, that whole sequence was so weird because he's like, I'm not the right one for you, and like with Alicia Witt, and it's like, yeah, brother, you're like 30 years older than she is. Like,
and this is all taking place in, like I'm saying, in some sort of time dilated universe, because this can't take more than 88 minutes the entire time, but it does.
This also has one of my least favorite tropes where it's like somebody has to sneak in or set up a note so he can find it at exactly like 52 minutes or whatever. I fucking hate that. That's so annoying.
Yeah.
And like his one student's like in his office, like looking for stuff, and he's suspecting him. And now like Alicia Witt, like you find out about her abusive ex-boyfriend, who's actually her ex-husband, who's in a motorcycle jacket and who's running. His name's like Guy Lafleur.
Yeah,
Guy
Lafleur, which
every time they said it, they had to say his whole name.
Yeah.
And I kept thinking of the guy from Johnny Depp's character from.
Oh yeah,
what movie was
I think
that?
was it was Yoga Hosers.
Yeah,
or whatever.
Who's the guy? Who's the guy from the Japanese game show that Most Extreme Challenge?
Yeah,
Guy Ledouche or whatever.
yeah.
Anyway,
Well,
so
it's also a problem in a script when you name somebody Guy, because then you have to use his whole name, because otherwise nobody is sure what you're talking about.
But also, like,
Who's
but
that guy?
then they have the revelation that like Alicia Witt's ex-boyfriend was actually her ex-husband, and I don't understand why that makes any bit of a difference in the story at all. Like it's like what? And it's supposed to be like this big revelation. You're like, okay, like why
does that thinks that it has misdirects that are meaningful, but it's just loaded with unnecessary information.
All of us are just sitting there going, huh? Like he goes and like he gets back to his apartment. They have a new doorman. It's one of the guys from Freddy versus Jason. And he's like, I love murder, and that's fun for you. And then he's like, you got a package. He's like, okay. And then he uses his bomb sniffer toy that he's got to make sure
he's got like this James Bond like gadget. Also, again,
in a piece of product placement for like Homeland Security, he's like, "Oh, this is the thing that they use at the airport to make shit. It smells chemicals."
And again, we talked about his.
I got it from that commercial for Spy Tech. Remember Spy Tech?
Oh yeah. And also, we talked fingerprint dust all over my house.
we talked about what it was supposed to do.
Oh yeah.
we talked about his apartment briefly, but now we find out that he has like these like secret locked compartments where he has like weapons caches, and like it's like what the fuck.
And like also, Bruce Willis at the end of G.I. Joe.
This is the scene that I thought was really funny, where Neil McDonough is on CNN or something, or I think it's CNBC, which is hilarious.
MSNBC.
And then he's like, get me on the phone with them. And then they take a live call from fucking Al Pacino. He's like, I'm going to get you.
The picture they use looked like somebody said, hey, Al. And he just whipped his head around and just snapped a picture of it.
He's trying to rattle a dying man live on TV. But anyway, so then like the package shows up, and the package is like the recording of like his little sister being murdered. He's like, there's only 2 copies of this in existence, and one of them is in my secret vault of treasures or whatever.
While he's sorry, real quick, while Neil McDonough is on MSNBC, which millions of people are watching somehow, his sentence gets commuted, or he gets a stay of execution at the same time. This is Seattle has the fastest moving criminal justice system in the history of the universe.
Like when you see like NFL or MLB reporters like mid interview, and they're like, hold on, I have some breaking news.
Yeah,
they do that for like courtroom dramas. Like
Adam Schefter just
tweeted.
And people's reactions in the movie, because when Pacino gets the call initially and somebody says you have 88 minutes to live, he's like, huh? Who is this? What are you talking about? He's nonplussed. And when Neil McDonough finds out that his sentence has been commuted, he's like, oh really?
Yeah.
And then they just cut.
And then
really?
88 minutes. Don't you mean 7 days? I saw that movie.
Yeah. So him and Alicia Witt are like listening to this. Then he questions his secretary, and his secretary is like, "Oh, I made out with so and so, and I must have gave them access to your files or something. Oh, and by the way, Guy LaForge is at your apartment, and oh, by the way, the building is also on fire." So like everyone has a handgun because Alicia Witt's dad was a cop. And we're just blind firing. They open the door, and it's got Guy LaForge has a pistol, and he's like, let her free because I don't trust you, crime professor. And then I assume Lily Sobieski is down at the bottom of the stairwell and just nails him like 5 times in the back, and then like
in a matching biker outfit also.
So then Pacino's like blind firing around the corner. It's like, we gotta escape to the roof, and they get on the roof, I guess, from his apartment, which is actively on fire. And then they make it downstairs, and then there's a weird scene where he's wandering through the crowd of the people escaping the building, and someone's like, he's got a gun, and it results in
what the fuck was
nothing happening. There's cops everywhere, and at some point Bill Forsyth's like, now you're the prime suspect.
Oh,
it's
dude,
like,
this scene's amazing.
After the he's got a gun, we go to like a drone or crane shot or something, and we show this scene and it's Al Pacino in the middle. They're trying to do like a conversation kind of thing, but then this fire truck comes barreling in with no regard for human life or safety. He's like ready to run over the sidewalk and anybody in its way to get to this fire, because this truck is just about putting out fires and it'll kill anybody to get there.
It's a twisted
metal universe. And so Pacino has to
we're not an EMT truck, we're a fire truck.
Yeah, that's another
So he has to dive tackle Alicia Witt to the ground so that they don't get hit by a truck.
Well, now we're
no, that was the exploding car.
Well, no, so this is like, I think arguably my favorite scene in the whole film, because he's like, all right, well, let me go take my Porsche. And he throws her the keys and she hits like the fob and she's like, that's funny. It didn't chirp. And it was akin to that. What was the movie we watched where the Heartbreak Kid goes, whoop, and like he just
that was the Marine, like
the Marine. Yeah.
So he just like he doesn't even, he's like very nonchalantly cups full boob and then drops her to the ground and then the car explodes.
Yeah. Like anything in this movie, there's like a 20 count before the action occurs, but everybody does it's
so weird because she hits the thing and she's like, that's funny, it worked downstairs. So it was like a delayed radio signal from her key fob to the car to make it blow up.
Yeah,
which makes no sense.
And also, they were like, I mean, usually when you do like the car blow up thing and you like narrowly avoid it, you're like close to the car, but they're like far away from the car.
Literally, no one is near this car. It is the safest a car can explode.
He has enough time to like hit a jab step and then grab her and then roll to the ground.
And he does grab her boob, which is like
the
problematic.
Whole way down. Yeah, the entire way down. So then he pops up. And then instead of having to answer any questions to any authorities, he pays the cabbie to $100 to ride in the back of his own cab so that he can drive to the house of the prostitute that it turns out he had banged the night
recklessly
before.
Too. Right. He drives recklessly there.
And so he shows up there. And he's like, my DNA is all over the place. Here's a forged bill of sale. She's hung up from the ceiling the same way. He's like, this is a frame job. Anyone could see that. And it's like, okay, Al, whatever, bro.
And what was the bill? What was the bill of sale for? Was it like one of those rare sex work receipts that you get?
After you have sex with a prostitute. Hey, would you like a receipt?
Yes, you can write it off, I guess.
Right. And then so then, he gets a phone call that it's the dean who's been doing him dirty the whole time. And he's like, he runs into Bill Forsyth, who's trying to, arrest him. He's like, just give me 12 minutes. He's like, that's all I got left. And Bill Forsyth's like, I don't know what it is about you, but I believe you. And he just leaves him alone to go run amok. They end up back on the campus.
Another weird thing right in that moment, though. He's having this conversation with Forsyth on, a quiet sidewalk in downtown Seattle. And then when Forsyth lets him go, Pacino starts walking, and his assistant, lesbian Amy Brenneman, is 10 feet behind, and he turns around and he's like, go get the fax machine or whatever. He shouts a request to her. Everybody just gravitates to Al Pacino to make the movie work. It's absurd.
And then it comes out that they cross-reference everyone who visited Neil McDonough, and they find out there's this Lydia Doherty, which is not Leelee Sobieski's name, which I guess no one's checking IDs anywhere. So then you think it's the dean, but it's not the dean. Then Alicia Witt, I forget how she disappears, but she gets caught up in all this, and they're back at the student union or whatever, and the dean is hung up by her ankles in an atrium, and Alicia Witt's tied to a chair, and then Leelee Sobieski's like, it was me the whole time, and you're like, who?
And that's exactly the voice she does. It was me the whole time. I am the bad person.
And she's really bad in this movie.
So
I think she's a good actress. Generally,
she's not.
Name one good
Leelee Sobieski performance.
Eyes Wide Shut. She's in it for 3 seconds.
Fine.
The Glass House.
Not good.
So you find out that
Joyride, not good.
I never saw that either.
Well, our pick next week is a Lily Sobieski movie. So
I remember that Joan of Arc movie she was in.
Yeah,
Lily Sobieski was like hot for like 4 years. And then
here's the thing about Lydia Doherty as a character.
The Joan of Arc movie was
it was a miniseries.
What's her name? God damn it, Mila Jovovich.
Oh, right.
Here's the thing about Lydia Doherty. Okay, this whole movie hinges on the fact that Lily Sobieski has a fake name that she uses as a college student. She breaks into Al Pacino's secret locker to get the recording of his sister's death that he keeps in his office.
Right.
And when she's there to do that, she signs the name Lydia Doherty on the sign-in sheet. That's how he figures out it's her. She also uses her name Lydia Doherty to be Neil McDonough's like
lawyer,
some sort of legal assistant, legal aid.
Yeah.
Why would you at any of these points continue using the same name? Like you came up with a fake name to be the student.
You could sign this.
You could sign in anything you want. You could write Abraham Lincoln checked out the murder recording.
Right.
Like why would you write your? I don't know. It's just.
But also, Libby Sobieski, her whole character's motivation is she's like obsessed with.
She's in love with Neil
McDonough. So,
and it's like, but that is never like fleshed out. Like, I feel like a better movie would have said like, they would have talked about the weird like serial killer fanfare around his character, or like people.
A better movie would have done like a Hannibal Lecter style.
Sure.
Someone talking to him through the glass at the prison, but you can't see who they are.
Right.
Yeah.
So that you get some sense of a relationship. But they don't care about that.
You need some kind of connection between the two of them before the revelation, because it means nothing. Because you're like, well, why does she care?
The whole thing's hollow. Like, it just doesn't...
And like, also, Neil McDonough, like, at least in his, like, he's not... Also, I should point out that Neil McDonough is, like, barely in the movie. For being, like, the killer and the villain of the movie, he's barely in it. And you really only get to see him talk and his personality in that CNBC interview. And it's not like they don't even like preface it right. Like, again, like if he's some kind of like, again, like a Manson type, like a cult of personality character, or he's like this kind of like prison philosopher kind of guy. There's nothing like compelling about him. He's just like,
yeah, he could have been Jake Busey from Contact and been a more compelling version of himself.
I mean, the thing is, he's just like, I'm an innocent guy. I don't deserve this. And like that, what makes that compelling? Like, I don't know. It's
Lily Sobieski should have been Pacino's sister. And she's like, you let me get murdered for 88 minutes, so I'm murdering you for 88 minutes. Like that would have made as much sense, but been way more fun.
So
just don't address why she's alive.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly,
50 years younger.
Just let her be stitched together like some sort of Frankenstein. So then she's trying to get him to confess that he rigged the trial for Forrester, who's Neil McDonough's character. And he's like, I did it. I confess anything. By the way, the FBI is going to shoot you in the back of the head. And then sure enough, William Forsythe's there and shoots her in the back of the head. And then there's like a dangling moment, and then everything's fine. And then Neil McDonough, she takes a drop, and then fucking Neil McDonough calls her phone.
Because it's got to end with the phone call, because this has been a phone call heavy movie.
And then Al Pacino's like, ha ha, gotcha. And then like...
It really is like that. That's exactly what it's like.
But it's not like his sentence got uncommuted.
Right.
So like... he's like, you got 12 hours to live. Like, is it going to hit a reset? Can the governor... Here's a question. If a governor pardons you from the death penalty... Can they call you back? Can they take a take backsies on that? Can they call the person and go, never mind, string him up? Like, I don't think
our goofy ass government currently probably.
Well, technically it was a stay, so that's a judicial action, so that can be, changed.
Well,
okay.
Then I guess then fucking Al Pacino's able to get the Supreme Court on the horn to go just also, fry him.
Nothing. What college is this? Is there a University of Seattle?
It's the University of Washington.
Was it? That's not anywhere near Seattle, right?
I don't know, man.
I mean, they might have like University of Maryland has annexes everywhere.
Oh yeah, that's
this is their crime annex in Seattle.
In the completely unadorned white office building that clearly was easy to rent for the movie.
Right, so we touched on it briefly because William Forsythe is the one that does the kill shot, but there's a scene in the movie where William Forsythe, this is after they find the hooker with his DNA on it, he's like, all right, he's like, you're my best friend, but I'm sorry, you're the prime suspect now, I gotta arrest you. And William Forsythe draws his fucking gun on Al Pacino, and Al Pacino's like, nah, give me like 10 minutes, and he's like, all right,
whatever.
Pacino like reaches for his arm, and Forsythe like puts the gun on him. He's like, "No, I just wanted to synchronize our watches." And then they discuss this, and to synchronize watches, all Pacino does is look at Forsythe's watch and go, "Okay, meet me in 10 minutes." Like that is how you do that.
I'm pretty sure it showed an empty wrist.
No, just 10 minutes.
Yeah. I just love the fact that like William Forsythe is so convinced that like Pacino's a suspect and he needs to go to jail. He pulls the gun on him, but then he's like, never mind.
Pacino has so much plot armor, like it's insane. Like there's no stakes really.
Like a fucking
Panzer
tank of fucking plot armor.
Like it is the most like hollow, pointless. Like the end of the movie happened. I was like, okay, and then it's just credits, and it's like new. Like it's a new metal thriller. It is stupid, and it is like there's no character. You don't give a shit about any. Like every time they introduce somebody else, it's like, okay, why? Yeah. Like what are you doing? Like,
and I didn't know this until Gogs corrected me. Graham is spelled in a way that has never been spelled in the history.
Gramm, yeah.
Gramm. Like what?
Like a weird like fantasy character, you know?
Like
Graham.
Did Scotland not give them the rights? Like what is happening?
Like, they didn't want to confuse it with the crackers.
Yeah,
Scotland didn't give him the rights.
But then he just walks off into the sunset, and then
presumably to go bang
I guess he's
some
gonna go
students.
Yeah, he's gonna go teach some more. Like, and he's also like a rock star forensic psychologist or whatever. Like everyone knows who he is.
Everybody knows who he is. Like there's
my DNA is all over this town.
Yeah. God, he's just like
gross.
He's just like everyone wants to like bone him.
I don't want to belabor this because I'm sure we're all tired, but what was the scene where he's talking about like took my sperm and put it in her vagina? You see how ridiculous that sounds?
Yeah, that's when he's talking to Forsythe. He's like,
oh right, yeah.
The guy hired a prostitute to sleep with him, get his sperm, extract it, put it somewhere else to incriminate him.
So to put it into the student who was killed, so that he could be double guilty.
So even though he didn't know, he thought this woman was genuinely into him, and he just raw dogged anyway, like to completion, like
reckless.
And then she's airing it out the next morning, like doing her yoga pose in like an apron, like.
I guess maybe that was what it was being collected.
Is that what she was doing?
Maybe that was it. Like that was she was like putting it in a shot glass to then get like.
She had like she had on the ground.
Yeah, she had a vial taped to her ankle and was just letting it run down her leg.
It's like those old commercials where they're stealing like the Chi-Chi's like salsa with the pump in the trench coat.
Oh my god, you just unlocked a core memory.
What a reference.
Like, what is and like the entire time it's like the most asinine connections, and Al Pacino's like, how can you not see this? Like he's like like you know, it's like that scene from Mighty Wind. It's like we're all spectrums of color operating on the 4 to 7th frequency. You would have made that observation walking down the street getting the mail. Like
Alec, was your favorite part of the movie all the cum?
Close. My favorite part of the movie was when I realized it wasn't Insomnia, which is like 25 minutes longer, or Righteous Kill, which is a little shorter, but I'm sure is just as bad.
This is in that era for him. This was his Righteous Kill era.
Yeah, I think Insomnia is the only bad Nolan movie. I remember not liking that movie at all.
Well,
it's not great. It's also a remake, I think.
It's a remake, yeah.
His little run here, starting with Any Given Sunday in '99. Any Given Sunday.
Dinner Bell.
Chinese Coffee, which I've never heard of. Insomnia. Simone, the movie about artificial intelligence actors.
Sim 1.
Fucking movie.
Sim 1.
Yeah.
Simone,
The Recruit. Geely. The Merchant of Venice. Two for the Money, 88 Minutes, Ocean's 13, Righteous Kill, like Jack and Jill, like Jesus.
Then Dunkachino shows up.
Honestly,
Jack and Jill's probably the best one of all those movies.
Honestly, this whole time I was like, I hope he starts singing about Dunkachino, because that was like, at least that was funny. Get a load of my chocolate blend.
Honestly, though, what a shame, because like the Al Pacino fall off needs to be studied, because like Dog Day Afternoon, The Godfather.
It's like pretty much once Scent of a Woman happens, it's over.
Those movies are literally 30 years.
I was gonna say he didn't have a fall off so much as he had like an empire that crumbled over time.
I guess
it's a microcosm of the American experience.
But I feel like, I haven't seen The Devil's Advocate in a while, but that might have been.
It sucks, Gogs. It's really bad.
That movie is fun, though. That movie sucks.
My choice was next. We were either getting that or Heat, because it's like they're like Rosetta Stones, because everybody's in both of those movies.
Donnie Brasco was 1997.
That movie kind of rules, though.
I love that
Donnie
movie.
Brasco's
He's good in it. He's good in it. Like
Carlito's Way is him too.
We had Donnie Brasco, our lawyer in court the other day, was like, and to quote Donnie Brasco, he's made no progress.
This is a movie.
It is.
All right, let's Five Knuckle Shuffle time. We talked all about this movie. Alec.
Jesus.
Yeah,
it's a hard movie.
One.
Well, no, it's really not. It's a 2.
Too high.
Too high.
Too high by 2.
There are 2 boobs in the movie, though. So if you guys are following your own rules,
I don't subscribe to that rule.
That's my rule,
and I don't know why.
Also,
it gets whenever you want, anywhere, but in movies, it's a big deal for him
because I'm not expecting them.
Also, it gets canceled out by the 2 butt cheeks.
I always love seeing boobs anyway. Like, that's a ridiculous statement to make. That doesn't matter how many times I see them. I always love them. It's great. It's like watching The Simpsons. Like, any time I watch it, it's great. Old Simpsons.
Oh, really? I'll start showing you some new Simpsons.
I said old Simpsons.
Yeah, you qualified it after the fact.
I realized what I said. Yeah.
I thought I was going to hate this movie, and I do.
Put that on the poster.
Achievement unlocked.
It lived up to expectations.
That's my favorite Alec quote so far.
I typed this other part. So it's a fascinating case study in how movies like this can get made with the most nonsensical choices at every point. Nothing makes any sense, but they still can get it. Like how, like just like I can see how some movies get made, bad movies with scripts. You're like, that could be cool. Like, who thought anything about this movie had any potential whatsoever?
Yeah, true.
And I didn't look up any box office or anything. I'll type that up while the next person goes. But goddamn, this movie's a turd and a half. TJ,
it's tough for me, dog, and I'll tell you why. This is a movie that I will immediately forget about. So it's screaming 5 for me. However, it's so fucking bad. It's like either a 1 or a 5. And I think I'm giving it a 1. And the only reason I'm giving it a 1 is because some of the scenes, again, the jumps in logic and the Al Pacino's like magnetic sex appeal is so funny to me and so weird and so wrong-headed that is a point in its favor because it's kind of hilarious. Also, shout out to Alicia Witt because she's really hot and really like her. I was kind of watching this movie. I was like, it's a shame, she wasn't in a lot more stuff because.
And I think props to her too for the fact that when she comes on to Pacino, I'm sure somebody was like, take your top off, and she was like, right, you know what? I will wear a silken sort of tank top, but that's all I'm doing. I'm not doing this for this
like
shit.
I'm in Letters to Cleo for your movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Cleo. But yeah, this movie fucking sucks. It's a 1 for me, dog. This was tough to sit through. I will say though, as we tend to do on this show, it was much more fun talking about it and like thinking back on it than actually watching it, because watching it, I was in Alec mode through most of this movie. I was on my phone. I was scrolling TikTok. I was like,
"This I was thing doing my taxes while I watched it."
Oh my god!
It's a H&R Block sponsored film. But yeah, this movie is a piece of shit. Al Pacino sucks, and I love Al Pacino, but man, like, I just, again, to Alec's point, like, the choices in this movie just don't make any. Everything about this role, obviously, the role doesn't make any sense. As we discussed, his character makes absolutely no sense. He's a detective that does no detective work at all, like, the entire movie, and he's like this player, because the first thing the secretary says to him is like, "Oh, you had another wild night, took another girl home," so it's like implies that he's just fucking nonstop
raw,
and raw finishing is wild in inside and the whole deal. This movie screams the lead character should be like a young handsome guy, right? Like, it shouldn't be Al Pacino. It
should be at least a guy in like his mid 40s or early 50s, or it should be like 80s Pacino at most.
Yeah, at most. And then, like, you got to make Al Pacino run. You got to make Al Pacino chase down a motorcycle, which is fucking hysterical. Like, Al Pacino is like, again, like we talked about earlier, he is just doing all kinds of things that I don't understand why an FBI forensic expert has the power to do. Like, there's a scene where a lady's like, "Oh my god, he's got a gun that goes nowhere with a runaway fire truck." It's so weird, but it sucks ass. It's a piece of shit. 88 minutes, more like 88 shits. Sean.
Yeah, I'm gonna dust this off. This is a 0.
Yeah.
It's like Alex said. I like, who read this script and just went, yeah, like and he just ran off Pacino's oeuvre in that era, and it's not like he was probably a huge bankable star. So like, I don't understand what was going on with this movie, because like, this script is like abject dog shit. It makes no sense. Like, it's a thriller with a ticking clock that like doesn't work, which is something that's usually a layup. I was thinking of that movie Nick of Time. I think that Johnny Depp movie. I was thinking
about that too. Yeah,
it takes place kind of in real time. It does it a little bit better, from what I remember. But like, there is zero redeeming qualities about this movie. Like, nothing. There's nothing you can point to and go, "Oh, I get it." Like, it is nigh unwatchable. I also was somewhere between doom scrolling and doing my taxes through the majority of this movie. It's like, I just couldn't. Nate.
Yeah. I mean, I want to give this a 1 only because it is laughably bad at points. This has all the excitement of talking on the phone, all the urgency of paint drying, and it's like green the whole time. The movie is filtered green the entire film. It is Matrix toned, as if that's supposed to imbue this with something. We missed talking about the killer keeps saying "tick-tock, Doc," as if that's supposed to be some sort of ominous thing. But that also drops off halfway through. Like, this movie is just about, like, nobody can commit to anything. It's just, it's like, it's boring and dumb, but it's also kind of nice that it is maybe shot in Seattle. So I guess there's something there where it's like, oh, the movie exists, but it shouldn't. So yeah, it's a 1. Gogs.
So this movie's so bad that I am retroactively changing my score for Rollerblade 7 from a 0 to a 1 because I realized I was too harsh on that movie. This is a 0. This movie sucks shit.
The guy that wrote this movie wrote Hollow Man.
Dude, I just looked at it. All of the Fast and the Furious movies, except for Tokyo Drift, was written by this guy.
He also wrote a movie that I know me and Sean really like, Split Second. Sean, you remember that movie, right? The fucking with the like liquid alien.
Oh yeah.
But this,
well, the sun shines on a dog's ass every once in a while, as my dad used to say.
But yeah, this movie sucks. It's awful. It's boring. It's nonsensical. There's like, every choice is the wrong choice. Like, I'm going to hold myself to only having 1 0 this season. And so if something shows up that's worse than this will get bumped to a 1, and then that 0 will be whatever the worst movie is. But as of right now, this
I think you can do that.
I don't think you could do that.
So yeah, this is the worst thing I've seen in a long time. And it's trash. So there we go. Don't watch 88 minutes. Save yourself the 97
The director of this
minutes.
movie directed Fried Green Tomatoes.
Which is
wild.
weird.
Hell yeah. That movie
I
rocks.
like that movie.
Just odd. Yeah.
So,
this movie had a budget of 30 mil.
Uh-huh.
And
all on the
it made,
screen,
All on
baby.
the screen.
it made 32.6.
Hey, there you go. It was a hit.
Well,
Yeah.
it was a hit for Sony because they paid $6 million from somebody for the North American distribution rights. So they made like 24 mil on it. Somebody else footed that.
Sony might be the worst major movie production company
Yeah.
/ distribution company.
Especially
For some
it seems
reason,
that
it
way
was
lately.
released. It was released in Israel a year before it was released in the United States.
Oh Christ, is this a Mossad movie?
Oh no.
Ugh.
Oh yeah, production companies, Mossad Films. Huh.
Oh yeah.
One of the
Family
production
Room.
companies actually New Image, NU. So
Yeah.
Gogs, you were dead on.
Family
Finally.
Room Entertainment was another thing that came up on this, which when the movie's opening, it's like the logo for Family Room Entertainment happens. It's very
I thought I was watching the wrong movie because the opening scene was so bad. I was like, this can't be it. I must have clicked on the wrong film, but nope, here we are.
Did it bother anybody else that they're like, oh, we're twins?
Yeah.
It's like, could they just be sisters? Do we have to make them twins? Like, I
Well,
don't
twins
know.
have to
Yeah, I
live
guess
together.
so.
That's the law.
Also, like there was that part where he had that thing that like I don't even know what it's called, but it's like a circular thing that's like spiked that you're supposed to you run down something before you cut it. I don't know what it's called. Like
It's like a perforator.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, he's in like leather work.
Yeah.
I know what
Yeah.
I forget what it's called.
but he had that, and that's when she starts moaning, and it's like, all right.
Whose pick is it?
Mine.
Yours,
Alec has a
actually.
pick.
Oh,
But Alec has one.
Oh,
Alec,
Oh.
let's hear what yours is.
mine was Deep Impact.
Oh, that could be fun.
Oh, is that Lily Sub? Who's
Yeah,
the
she's
connection?
in that.
Lily Sobieski.
Okay.
Yeah,
But I'll defer to Sean if he wants, because it might technically be his turn, because I don't keep track of whose turn it
You
is
guys want to
anymore.
watch?
I know.
Or do you want to watch The Devil's Advocate? I'm gonna democratize it.
I could go either way, quite frankly.
Let's watch The Devil's Advocate, because we all know how we're going to feel about Heat.
Okay,
Devil's
Devil's
Advocate, I'm
Advocate.
pretty sure is way shorter.
I think Heat is pretty long. It's
I
Michael
think Heat's like
Mann's.
3 hours.
Is it?
Okay,
Yeah.
I don't
let's
lose. I'll win. We're watching
Yeah,
Devil's
well,
Advocate.
let's see how long the Devil's Advocate is.
I'll just let you boys know. I got to go, but
Okay.
we are
Ooh,
4 episodes away
Devil's Advocate's long. 224.
from.
Good God.
We are 4 episodes away from 500.
Hell
Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
So start thinking about a 500 pick.
So
Los
Heat,
chicos, fumando crack in su camiseta verde. Like sorry.
yeah, Alex, right. Heat is almost 3 hours long. It's 2
Okay.
hours and 50 minutes. So Devil's Advocate it is.
Also, Heat
All right.
rules. So
Okay.
Yeah, we all love Heat. I think we
All right.
know what we're going to get with that.
Later, boys.
All
See
right.
ya, Alec.
Bye, boys.
Bye.
All right,
Good
that's the
night,
show,
boys.
everybody. You know what to do. Eat your own ass. Don't watch 88 minutes. And TikTok Doc.
TikTok Doc.
as
Bye,
Bugs
boys.
Bunny wants this.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Good night.